when I first got into this space, the first product that really boomed, like really came onto mainstream popularity, was CBD, and we already were in it when this happened. So we rode this massive increase in popularity. Now, we weren't set up to capitalize on that increase at the time. We were just working with practitioners, like literally working with a small group of doctors at this time out of Colorado, developing CBD, implementing into client protocols and really getting the therapeutic and functional aspect of CBD down. But it boomed, and it boomed really quickly. And then, 2014, 2015, 2018, we really started to see it move from therapeutic conversation to like really novelty type conversation, where products were, or CBD was being put into everything. Yeah. CBD was being put into lollipops and cookies and vape pens, and then we were seeing all these different forms of CBD hit the market, all these different types of extractions. It happened very fast, and it was very novelty. Like, it was obvious to me at that time that it was no longer a conversation of therapeutic value. It was a race to see what could be new and be most marketable. So I was like, this isn't sustainable. This is really shaky grounds to continue building the CBD industry on. It's really shaky grounds for holistic health, because CBD is holistic health, a big player in holistic health, and it was being bastardized. So its popularity continued to rise to 2020, and everybody and their mom and their dog got into CBD. And you had marketers coming in, like big marketing money coming into the space, didn't have any background in holistic health, didn't matter, because there was such a demand and popularity based on the therapeutic value reputation that CBD was built on. Because when I first got into it and we were working with the practitioners, CBD had this like coveted and really prestigious reputation for casting this wide therapeutic net, being good for everything. Of course, it's not good for everything, but it's so good at addressing the fundamentals like stress and inflammation and immune system and gut health and neurotransmitter balance and all of that stuff. So, so that kind of rode it up. But then, it didn't, like I said, it didn't take Nostradamus to see this was going to fall apart, because the products that were hitting the market in 2018, 2019, 2020, during the boom, were not what the CBD industry originated with. It wasn't the same thing anymore. It wasn't the same thing, not only because it was being put into really novelty forms, but the over-processing of the product was obvious to me that it wasn't going to deliver the same therapeutic value that it was built on. So I thought, well, this is going to start tapering off here in the next year or so, because people are going to invest into this product. They're going to buy it. They're going to have expectations based on the original reputation. Those products that are on the market now aren't going to deliver that expectation. You can get CBD in gas stations now. So they were going to take it, they were going to give it a couple of days. They weren't going to be educated on how to roll out a therapeutic routine. They weren't going to be educated on how to read a label, a CBD with CBD with CBD, to the consumer base. And of course, because it happened so fast, there wasn't enough time to educate the masses on what this thing was. It just hit the market. And so that's what we're seeing now. It tapered off, and it's crashing. And when I've spoke with investors about it, including the one yesterday, and that validated what I saw coming, which is these companies put a ton of money, millions of dollars, behind development and marketing efforts to create products that aren't delivering the same therapeutic value, and they're struggling big time because there's too many products on the market. It's complicating the client decision-making process. The reputation is fading because there's so much crap out there. And so it's becoming less popular. People are understandably becoming very skeptical. And you see that when people walk through our door sometimes too. Oh, I've tried CBD before. It really didn't do anything for me. and we have to try to explain this is the original form that gave it its reputation. We haven't chased these trends of what's happening in the market now. So it's pretty frustrating because a rising tide floats all boats. And right now we have a falling tide because of how fast products hit the market that weren't delivering what was promised to the clients. Yeah, what the industry promised. But so that was really, I was about 2 years into the industry when this boom started to happen. So that was an interesting thing to witness, to be a part of, and to be able to see the writing on the wall, and then it happens. It's like, oh, okay, I kind of get this. I get this. But then it happened in mushrooms, so which we were already in the mushroom space too. Reishi, chaga, lion's mane, cordyceps, the performance mushrooms. And we're still on the boom side of this industry, and we're seeing a ton of products hit the space really quickly. And it's the same exact format too. You saw a lot of research coming out, a lot of information about the therapeutic value of the product. Like, that's how it becomes popular. It becomes popular because of its reputation to do good, to be therapeutic, and to cast a wide net. And so I'm seeing the same products hit the market. The marketing companies are getting into the business without really any real understanding of holistic health, or and why not? I mean, that's capitalism, and I'm not an anti-capitalist, but this is the nature of the beast. Is when this becomes popular and demand starts rising because of that reputation, more and more and more and more companies are going to come in. They're going to crank some product out. They're going to push it to market real fast. They're going to market the piss out of it, and they're going to make money. And then it's going to fall off of the other side of that bell curve of popularity, and those companies are going to either make an exit, or they're going to shift to whatever else is popular next. These are marketing companies. They can hop on whatever's trending and crank something out real fast, put creatives together, and capitalize. And I believe that's what we're seeing with adaptogens right now too, because what dominates our conversations usually here is stress and anxiety and all the manifestations of it and the consequences. So adaptogens are starting to be marketed. They're being put on the front of packaging. I'm starting to see it in mainstream health retailers. A lot more information is coming out online. We're starting to see the blog sphere start to mention adaptogens a lot more. And I know that it's going to take this same path. And it's good and it's bad, because when these things start trending, and they're trending because of the reputation, the therapeutic reputation, it helps legitimize holistic health and the more fundamental natural options, before a Western modality. Some people are in lieu of a Western modality or taking the step first before a Western modality. So that's awesome, but things happen so fast with so little information that the adaptogen, in terms of a marketing term, in terms of a word, is going to take off much faster than clients are going to be able to understand what's legitimate, what are the fundamentals, and what do I need to be looking for in a product to make sure that I'm going to be getting the thing that this reputation was built off of. And it's already happening. So yes, we are going through another peak on that. And hopefully, I want, as a company, for us to be able to get to market, which we've never really focused on. We've just focused on the therapeutic application and aligning ourselves with the practitioner space, which has served us well over the years. But we need to be able to get in front of more eyeballs as these things start rolling out, so that, one, we can get the information out there, and two, we can get legitimate product into the hands of people who are looking for the benefit that those products are touted to deliver.